I am not a professor of dungeon mastery. I don't think of myself as a lazy DM, though I'm certainly not a great DM either. At least not yet. But I'd like to be. I've got a plan to up my game as Game Master, Dungeon Master, Narrator, Auditor of Reality, and you are very welcome to join me on my journey to become a better DM for Dungeons & Dragons and other TTRPGs. My name's Rich, and this is Renegade Rolls. This is the first in a series of videos where I'm going to look at each element of GMing, where I am just now, and where I need to be in order to chart a course from my current, I'd say intermediate level in some regards, to the level that the pros are at. I've learned so much from the folks I mentioned in the intro, but for this series, I'm not just going to watch their videos and regurgitate their wisdom. That would be redundant and lead to tiny homeopathic quantities of wisdom that I could share with you lovely people. Instead, I'm going to do my own research. I'm going to follow my nose back to the first principles of what makes great stories, what makes great experiences in a game, and how we can use those to run the best TTRPGs possible. I've come up with 12 areas of what I think are the core parts of GMing. First up, introducing and welcoming players to the hobby and teaching them games. Next, world building, creating fantastical but still believable places for the player characters to explore, using modules, pregens, and all the tools available to me, though not AI. See the video up here for a little small rant about that one. Improvising, a character description, a dialogue moment, an entire twist in a campaign that takes things in an entirely different direction. When players do something unexpected, or I'm just unprepared, this is essential. Storycrafting next, and this is weaving everything together to create compelling long-form campaigns or memorable one-shots. Embedding the player's characters into a wider, overarching plot is something I really enjoy, but I've not dived too deeply into this area before. Game mastery, the actual mechanics of the particular game I'm running. It's an athletics check versus a contested athletics or acrobatics check, isn't it? Right? Think so? Yeah? Descriptions next. They need to be evocative, but clear. You see 10 goblins. It's alright. How about in the moonlight, you see 10 sets of large staring eyes, 10 sets of sharpened teeth, 10 pointed spear tips. The goblins have found your camp. There's a time and a place for flowery language, and it's easy to go overboard, so I'll be trying to find a happy balance. Combat and tactics. Now, prep for this video will hopefully be more than me just playing XCOM for a month, but if you don't hear from me, you can find me on Steam or something, make sure I'm okay. Cheers. Characters next, and some of the most memorable NPCs can come from the simplest of ideas. Justice for Bing Bong, by the way. But when creating characters, especially antagonists for the players to try and outwit, I need to get good at finding motivations and the reasons why they do what they do. Voices and accents. A lot of people will be impressed that my dwarves are Scottish, but then so are my elves, so are my humans. This is something I've never really worked on in the past, and I'm curious to see where it takes me. Table vibes and group management. This is probably the one that makes or breaks most games, so I'll be looking into group dynamics and some psychology as well. Getting inspired. Where do you find the fresh energy, the new ideas to put into your campaign? Now, it'd be very easy just to say, just read Tolkien, but nah, we can cast our search much wider than that. Some things I think I'm pretty good at, especially welcoming and teaching games to new players, as well as creating a fun atmosphere at my tables. Other areas, not so much. My rules knowledge of D&D 5e is mediocre, and my range of voices and accents is poor, bordering on embarrassing. As with all the best things in life, of course you know I've made myself a spreadsheet. Here's where I'd say I sit on a scale of 1 to 10, compared to some of the best in the world. This is the beginnings of a list of people who inspire me and who I look up to in each of the disciplines. As this series continues, I'll revisit this chart regularly and think about where I've made progress, gone backwards, or as often happens when I research something, is find out that even the people I thought were the best in the world are inspired and humbled by people way better than them. So I can't wait to find out who those people are as well. As an example, for world building advice, who could teach me best? Well, writers. People whose sole job is to create fascinating and evocative worlds to fill with stories. I'll be looking at fantasy and sci-fi classics, old and new, to see how they take you with them to far off places with just a single line of text. The grand plan is all well and good, but meaningless unless I put it into practice. I've got session 1 of a Daggerheart 10-shot next week, and I need to teach players a brand new system, which I'm still learning myself. So that introduction, that teaching, is going to be challenge number 1 for me, and the next video in this series. I'll see you there, or at a table near you, rolling an improbable succession of ones. Cheers.